Right, so what we are doing, we're going to go through an ideology of a champion. Now, champion, I'm not referring, I sit here in a karate gi, okay, so I'm not referring to just say a black belt champion. I'm not referring to just a champion of martial arts or even sport full stop. I'm referring to champion as in pursuing something to the excellence of that task, of seeking to do well at something. I think it can all be agreed that we all want to succeed in life, right? Okay, so whether it is a black belt, whether it is winning a championships, or doing well in business, in personal, we're all on the same page. We all want to succeed in something. So this is an ideology. This is based on many years of note collating, ideas, input from different people and everything else. Okay, so if you, on your sheet of paper, so you can be doing this at home. I haven't really done an introduction to myself. I suppose we can write that in the blurb. I'll just go with what we do. Okay, so just write down first side. Champion, have I spelled that right? I haven't missed anything, have I? Champion, A, B, C, okay. Everyone following? Yes. Okay. Actions speak louder than words in succeeding at anything, okay? All success comes from action. So we can sit here, we can talk about this till the cows come home, but we haven't really moved forward. But what we are doing here is setting the path to succeeding. What we're doing here is putting a map together on how we're going to get there. So you might want to go somewhere. If you just trot off going in that direction, it might not be the right way, and you actually end up walking further from where you want to get to, and then you've got to come back around and get to it. And sometimes that's the path that you have to take. Some of the most successful people out there have made all the mistakes in the book in order to get there. So you will along this journey, but if we can all share a little bit of knowledge amongst ourselves and sit there, and this is an individual thing, so if you're sitting next to anyone, don't copy them unless you're inspired by what they're doing and you're on the same journey and you want to succeed. Make sure it's your own thing, but that's going to come into what we talk about here. Okay, so ideology of a champion. What does C stand for? What does C, what would you put at the top?
Courage.
Give me some others. So we've had courage there. Give me some other ideas.
Chances.
Anything else?
Challenge.
Anything else? What's an open-ended question? What's that called? Or is it just an open? A question that's got loads of answers. Loads of answers to it. An open question. All right, that was an open question. There's no right or wrong to it. The C in the ideology of champion stands for champion. Sometimes the answer is right in front of our face, okay? And we can go off in many tangents and many directions in the wrong way, okay? So the ideology of a champion is champion. So you must be, if you want to succeed, you must have been inspired at some point. Okay, so you must have been inspired. So whatever you want to succeed in, you have to have an aspiration, is that the right word? An aspiration to succeed, yeah, to achieve. So write on your piece of paper now, you might have to find out what my idol is, okay? Find out who is more than motivation. This is what gives you the desire to get up in the morning, okay? What is your motivation? Okay, so we sit in our dojo here. In all honesty, my motivation for our dojo is my children and my family. That's basically what my motivation is for, to feed them, to house them, and to do everything else. That's really dead back to basics what it is. Okay, so you might need to write down their family, but that won't necessarily be enough, because just by having your family won't necessarily be enough, and we all know the trials and tribulations with family. So I'm going to write down on my sheet here anyway, family, because that is really my most aspiring thing. Okay, and the other side of it is sometimes you have to look outside, not just what's around you. So for me, Bruce Springsteen is an inspiration. Okay, others might not be able to stand his music, but for me, he is an inspiration for the way he does things. Muhammad Ali is an idol, is a hero, is someone that I don't necessarily want to aspire to be a musician, but it's what they stand for. Okay, so if you get up in the morning, you've got a picture of Muhammad Ali on your wall, it helps you get up in the morning, it helps you pull yourself together. Does everyone see what champion stands for? Okay, so my father and my dad from my family, he was and is an inspiration to me. Okay, as I said, Bruce, Ali. Okay, so just take a moment, write down now, or you need to write down, I need to find out. If you've not got nothing next to champion, you need to go away and you need to find out, you need to get inspired by someone. You need to have someone that wants to invigorate you. Before moving on to the next one, really, I might change pen there. What really inspires me when the going gets tough, this is what it's about, okay? It's what drags you along, is avoiding becoming a shoulda, coulda, woulda, okay? I've experienced the full circle of life on a couple of occasions in different circumstances, from birth of my own children to passing of a lot of family and close friends. And I know I don't want to be at that end road saying I coulda, shoulda, woulda, and that inspires me. Okay, making sure that when I'm at the end of the road, I've given it the best I can in this walk of life. I'm getting quite heavy, quite deep and meaningful, but really, if you've sat there and you've seen someone go through that stage, you'll understand where I'm coming from. So I'll give you just another moment, finish off at the top. Okay, hard work. Okay, realise before you do anything, succeed in anything, there is gonna be hard work involved. Okay, realise that and realise it now. So before you decide to, I don't know, open a restaurant chain or pursue a relationship or something, I don't know, whatever it is you're trying to succeed in, realise there is gonna be some hard work, and understand that at the start. So what that comes down to is, how much do you want it? Okay, and if you Google that, can you see that on the camera? If you Google that, you get nice inspirational videos that we've shared before here. You're inspired to be someone. So maybe you're at that stage, you're inspired to be a musician. Okay, you're inspired by Muhammad Ali to become boxing world champion. You need to realise that Muhammad Ali has only achieved that through hard work. That's the only way he's achieved that. Okay, so you've got to sit back and you've got to think before you step out on this journey, or you might need to recap your journey. You might be already halfway to succeeding or already succeeded. When you're at the top, then the hard part is staying up there. And you've got to realise there's hard work, and how much do you want it? Okay, you've got to want it as much as what? That's a question. You want to breathe. Okay, and that basically comes down to one thing. Okay, commitment. So regardless of how motivated you feel, at times, regardless of how injured you may be, or how emotionally hurt, drained, or whatever else excuse you can think of. You've got to be committed to it. So if you've got band practice on a Monday night, you turn up for band practice at a Monday night and you be committed to it, because there'll be other people that are turning up that they've had to sacrifice family time, they've had to sacrifice potential business and everything else possibly for the venture you're going on as well. So you've got to be committed. Committed is above everything else. Okay. What we'll do, I'm not going to go through the whole champion thing today. Okay, we're going to start on the first three, and then you're going to take it away and work on it, and then we'll do a follow up and move ahead. I just want to get the ball rolling on this. So, could anyone think what's next? So we've laid some foundation. Who aspires? We aspire to be who really gets us up in the morning and wants us to succeed. We've thought about how much do we want it, you know, the hard work that's going to be involved to commit to it. So what could be the next part of moving towards being a champion of it?
Application.
Pardon?
Application.
Application.
Your aim?
Aim is the exact word I wanted. Okay, so we're all getting on the right page now. Okay, so aim. So this is going to be your goal now. Okay, your goal and your vision. Okay, so what now is it you're going to do? Okay, so your goal and your vision. Because you could be inspired by a lot of people, okay? You could get up in the morning and go, man, I want to be awesome today, okay? And then you may be like, yeah, I'm proper pumped, man. I've had a month off work and I've got loads of money. What do I do? Okay, what do I do? The goal, the aim, your vision. Think of a vision as like the long-term thing, okay? So the vision is changing the universe, okay? That's the long-term thing, but you're not going to do that in a day. You're really not going to do that potentially in a lifetime. So what is the shorter term goals? Okay, so we're going to break that vision down. So we could, like I said with our dojo, the vision was to have a place that we could come and train, that we could call our own, that was kitted out, that was there for us to not have to share with anyone else. In the point of view of, obviously I want to share what we do here, but in the point of view of not having like a play group mess clean up every time, or things unnecessarily being broken that stops us, or not being able to go there because I had to book the hall, and these are things that prevented us moving and succeeding. I wanted a dojo that is ours, that we can use, that we can come and just talk at any time, train at any time, and create the community we have. So that was the vision, but I couldn't just have it. The goal had to then be broken down, okay? So you had to find somewhere as a short-term goal, okay? And then what did you need to get in place from planning and everything else, permissions, and then the next line, there has to be short-term goals that you're aiming towards, and then you can see that yourself succeeding to do it. So this is just the framework at the beginning. So you could probably guess what some of these are going forward, but we'll hold it on there on the first three, because that's quite a lot to go away, because maybe you had nothing. I asked a group of younger kids, about 10 to 12 year old, a few months ago now, and some of them couldn't answer who their idol was, and I think that's a bit of an issue in society at the moment, where the latest thing you want to watch on telly, with all due respect, is celebrity stuff, and it has no substance, it has no depth to it, and people aspire to get a drink bottle with their favourite programme written on or something like that. They're not really aspiring to greatness. The media covers so much stuff that isn't positive, isn't building people up to succeed. You could go down routes of it all about being control and everything, but start here, and then hard work. You know, you might have put a lot of hard work in now, so how are you going to channel what you've got to put in? And then the aim to go where. And then what we'll do, we'll reconvene at some point, and then we'll work through the next M to C.